Hi guys, it's Charlotte and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to publish a blog post that actually converts in 6 easy steps. So I am going to lay it out from you and be like, okay, from start to finish, here's what you need to do in order to publish a post that not only exists on your website, but that actually gets traffic and converts people. So whether we're talking about a product sale, a inquiry about your services, a booking for your services, some kind of other offer that you have, if you want people to read more of your amazing blog posts, whatever it be, whatever kind of conversion we're talking about, I'm going to give you the tips you need to know. So in this video, I'm going to start by kind of talking a little bit, and then I'm going to screen share so that you can actually see what that looks like on the back end of your Squarespace website, and you can follow along on your own site there. Good. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit more. When we're talking about making a blog post that converts, this is really important, right? Because I want you to work not only I don't want you to just work smarter and harder. I want you to use your time efficiently. You know, many of you that are watching this might be kind of like a one-person show. You're kind of like doing everything as a small business owner. You have a lot on your plate. And so if you're going to be creating content for your website, like a blog or anything like that, then you want to make sure that it's actually getting in front of the right people online and that they're doing something with it, right? You don't just want traffic for like a vanity number. You want the right kind of traffic so that it actually moves you forward and helps do something for your brand and your business. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And the 6 easy steps, it's going to be super simple, okay? So the very first thing that I want you to talk about, that I want you to think about here, point number 1 is that you need to know your ideal audience, okay? This is so important. If you want to create the kind of website content, blog posts that convert, first of all, you need to write content for your dream audience, your ideal customers, your dream clients, the blogger profile that you're writing for, whatever that can be. So I want you to think about it. Be like, who are these people that you're trying to reach online? You know, where do they come from? What part of the world are they in? What's their demographic? Like, you might have heard something called like an ideal client avatar. And I really want you to think about that here. So you can grab a pen and paper, make a list of all of the features or pointers that relate to that person, you know, or that general type of person that you're trying to write blog posts for, who are your ideal clients and stuff. This is super important. You can also gain some really valuable information. If you log into the back end of your Squarespace website and go to the Analytics tab, that will give you a lot of info that's pulled from Google Analytics. You can see stuff like demographic insights and where they're coming from, all that sort of thing, okay? The second point, which is so important, this is point number 2 is so key, is that you must understand the search intent in order to write amazing blog posts for your dream audience. And if you're like, oh my God, Charlotte, what are you talking about with understanding search intent? Then I'm gonna link up above to a video tutorial that I did all about search intent. And please, please, please take a look at that video if you don't know what I'm talking about or if you need a refresher. But basically, it's understanding okay, now you know your dream type of client. Now let's think about what are they actually searching for online? What kind of content are they looking for? Are they looking for information? Are they ready to make a purchase? Are they looking to compare? You know, how can you create content that then leads into one of your products, services, or offerings that they're actually going to be looking for? Understanding search intent is huge. This is not only going to help you to actually get more traffic to the blog posts that you're writing and publishing, but then once you get all that traffic and people viewing it, then you can actually convert it because you're writing content that people care about and that they're interested in and that leads somewhere that they're likely to, you know, buy or inquire about. Understanding search intent is huge. I cannot emphasize this enough. You really need to, again, take a look at that video so that you are super clear about the search intent that your ideal clients or customers or audience is looking for. Okay, so now that we've talked about those 2 things, now I'm going to show you a bit more practical stuff on the back end of your Squarespace website. So let me share my screen here. Excellent. Okay, so first off, before we get there, I just want to interrupt and tell you that I have a free Squarespace SEO checklist. It's like a one-page download that's been downloaded literally thousands of times. I know it's going to be so helpful. So if you're interested in Squarespace SEO, growing your website, getting in front of your ideal audience, any of these things, you should really grab the Squarespace SEO checklist. And I'm going to link to it down below so you can grab your copy, and I know you're going to love it. Okay, so now let's talk about a little bit more of those like practical aspects. I'm going to open up one of my recent blog posts that I did so that you can kind of see and follow along here, okay? So the next point, which is point number three here, is that you should be writing really clear and concise blog post titles. Okay, so if you look here, like 4 types of anchor text for your Squarespace website, or let's go through and see some of the other ones, like does custom code affect your Squarespace website? How to tell if your Squarespace website is on version 7.0 or 7.1. Like all of these are super clear and interesting stuff that like my ideal audience is looking for. And so when it comes time for you to think about it, like, you know, people are going to be skimming a Google search result and they're looking for something really particular. And if your headline is like in any way, shape, or form, like unclear, or people aren't really sure if they're going to be getting what they're looking for, then they're not going to click. But on the flip side, if you use something really straightforward and obvious and explanatory, then the person who sees that in a search result is going to be like, yep, okay, that is what I'm looking for, and then they'll click over. So when you are doing, when you're writing these blog post headers or whatever, I want you to think about being really clear and really concise. Don't be super long and wordy, just get to the point, okay? Now let's move on further down into the actual blog post itself. So, as you can see with my blog posts, I've got a lot of like amazing content, videos, whatever in here. They're incredible, duh. So if you haven't already, take a look at them. But one of the biggest things that I want you to think about is how you're formatting these blog posts, okay? So I'm going to link up above to another blog post that talks about on-site SEO factors. But a few things that I really want to highlight here are that you're using a variety of like images in your blog post. Here I've got like a link to, I've embedded a video tutorial that I have. I have a bunch of different headers. These are super clear different headers. And you can see this one here, that's a heading 2. I've got other heading 2s here. Oh, look, this one down here, that's a heading 3. Amazing. Indicates hierarchy and importance. Like, it's really formatted well with short paragraphs. Sometimes I even use like up here, I've got like some bullet points to make it super easy and readable. These are all different things that means that not only is someone going to like skim the content, but they can find what they're looking for. So it makes the blog post even more valuable, and they're likely to get to the bottom of the post, because that's where it brings us to our point number 5. Point number 5 is that every one of your blog posts should finish off with a super clear call to action, okay? So super clear call to action, it could be something like, at the end of my blog post here, I kind of leave people with where they can find a bit more information. If they want to learn more about like Squarespace SEO, they can get in touch for consulting, whatever. But then I also have, like a video that takes people over to a free training if they want to learn more, like whatever it is. And, in your case, I want you to think about, hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger again. Whoops. How can I do that? Stop sharing. Oh yeah, whoop, there we go, okay. So in your case, let's think about these call to actions that you might have in your blog post. It could be, if you're a blogger, your call to action could be like read more or share the post. But oftentimes for any of those of us that have a brand or a business, it's that you want someone to purchase a product or inquire about your services or book a discovery call, something like that. So you want to make it super clear at the bottom of the post that, what the next step is for someone. Because remember, many times people are going to be introduced to you, your website, your brand, your business for the very first time through a blog post. And as such, they don't know anything else about all of your other offerings, what you have going on, how you can help with them, how they can work with you, whatever. So if you finish each blog post with a really clear call to action at the end, then that gives people somewhere to go. You're not just like leaving them hanging, being like, thanks for stopping by. Love that you read this post, right? No, this is how you convert. You have a really clear call to action. Okay. And then the last point that I want to talk about, point number 6, is that if you want to publish a blog post that converts, you need to promote it. Okay. So it's not only enough to just write a blog post and then be like, amazing, internet, Google, do your thing. No, 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 no. You have to actually promote it online so that people can find your blog post, and not only people, but your like ideal client, customers, audience, whatever. So let's think about, what does that mean to actually promote your blog post? Because again, blogs and reading the content is often how you'll convert people, make those product sales, get those inquiries or bookings for your services, whatever. So that could mean like emailing out the blog post to your email list. It could mean like sharing the blog post on, sharing the images on Pinterest. It could be like embedding a link to your social media. Maybe if it's on Instagram, you could be like, oh, check the link in bio to read the latest blog post, or have a swipe up in one of your stories or something, or share it on your Facebook page, anything like that. If you're active in other Facebook groups or online communities, you can share your posts so that people not only like find the post itself, but then also do something with it, hence the conversion. That's what we're really interested in. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it found it helpful so that you can see the difference between just like writing a random blog post, what the elements are for that, but more so thinking about like, how can we make that blog post actually convert? Okay. I hope this has been really helpful for you. Again, reminder that you can grab that free Squarespace SEO checklist. I've linked to it down below. You really want to get a copy of that, pin it next to your workspace, and just, make your way through the list there. And if you like this video, take a look at some of the other videos that I have here on my YouTube channel, all the other, blog posts, resources, tutorials, trainings that I have on my website, charlotteohara.ca, which I've linked to down below. And if you like this video, you can like it, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And you can always subscribe to my channel too to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the other videos all about Squarespace, SEO, growing your website, design and development, online business, all that sort of thing. So thank you so much for joining me here. I love that you watched this video, and I will see you back again soon. Bye.